Hello everybody, myself Anurag Pathak. In this session, we'll do one analysis on the questions asked in UPSC Prelims 2022. The content for this video is researched and developed by the team of Economics Tide. We'll take this question which says कि rapid financing instrument and rapid credit facility are related to the provisions of lending by which of the following: Asia Development, IMF, UNEP, financial initiatives and World Bank. Now when you look at the provisions or the functions of these banks, you will find ADB extend loans for the long term, IMF extend loans for the short term, where UNEP again extend for the loans for the long term, and World Bank also extend loans for the long term. Now when you'll see ADB, they support or give assistance if the project is based on social development, sustainable development, inclusive growth. So these all are based on long-term project. Whereas IMF extend loans when the country enter into a BOP crisis. So what is a BOP crisis? It is a condition when the country's import debt is much more than its export earning. So in this case, IMF extend loans through different provisions of special drawing rights, reverse tranche, etc. Now UNEP extend loans to support the effective network for sharing and knowledge so that they can make a public policy to support environment and conserve ecosystem. Now World Bank earlier was to support the infrastructure development of the war disturbed country, ruined countries. Now it extend loans for infrastructure development in developing countries. So altogether, if you see, this IMF is an only institution here in this group which extend loans for short-term basis. Now, from where this question got raised, so it happened in the Sri Lanka issues crisis when the Sri Lankan government went to the IMF for taking an assistance. So you can find these words mentioned here. Now, what is that rapid financing instrument is actually? So in the normal course, IMF extend loans when country is having a normal BOP crisis, but sometimes country indulge into a crisis due to some disaster, natural disaster, or some due to some their internal conflict. So for these condition, IMF had an earlier provision, some special provisions, which was a natural disaster assistance and emergency post-conflict assistance. Now, since this year, IMF merged these two institutions under rapid financing instrument. In this, IMF extend loans without putting in some stringent condition on country. So what is the takeaway from this video and from this question? You can find that the questions are, especially in economics, questions are based on a very recent current affairs. Second, whenever they ask questions on international organization, rather than asking their establishment of the years or their member nations, most of the time their focus is to sense their functions, to see whether the candidate is having enough clarity about their functions or not. So we need to give a more priority to their functions. Now, so objective and aims are more important. So we're going to do a more session on the other questions of UPSC Prelims 2022. Thank you.